Hello everyone, and welcome back to Introduction to OPCloud. In today's session, we're going to show you our new feature, how to present images in things, whether they are objects or processes. Let's see what we can do and how we can do it. The first thing we need to do is to create an object, or a process if you would like to do it. Now, let's take a car for an example. I've created a car. Let's do it physical, so it will represent the car. Now, if I select the object, you can see there's a new image in things. The new image in things have three options. We have image by URL. We have our adding from our pool and handling the pool, and presenting the entire OPD. We shall see all those options in today's session. Let's start with adding an image to our theme. So first, let's try it from the URL. When clicking on Image by URL, the new Image by URL pop-up menu will be open. As you can see, you have the URL. You need to put a URL in it. It needs to be in a good format, and we'll discuss it in a minute. For example, I've created a link for a car. As you can see here, I have a link for a car. If, for example, I will add some other non-related characters and I will try to preview, you will see that the URL must end with JPEG, PNG, and so on. So let's remove the unnecessary and click the preview. You can see that it will show us the car that I've selected. Down below, there are several options. The first option is to insert it into a thing. Now, when I'm clicking it, you can see that it is embedded into the thing. Our default is to show both the text and the image as part of the thing. How do I change whatever I want to see? There's two options. First of all, you can enlarge and change whatever you like to do. If you like to take it, you will see that we have a new icon of the camera here that represents that we have a picture inside our theme. We can toggle the view by left clicking and edit it by right clicking. So let's try to change it. If I will click on it, you will see that it's changed back to text and the camera is great. Now I click again and we see only the picture. If I click again, we will back into our default to show both the text and our image. Let's right click and you can see that I've opened again. You can see that I can save. If I've changed the URL, I can remove it. Let's remove it and then it is back and again. So I need to select it again. Now I will click, will insert it, and again it is here. Now if I've selected a thing and then clicked on the image by URL, it will open it for edit for that specific thing. Now you can see that we have two options. First, we can insert a thing from the pool, and then we can save it to the pool. If I would like to save it to the pool, I will click Save to Pool, and you will see that we'll need to add at least one tag in order to save our picture. So I can car and then enter, and then I can do white car and click enter, for example. You will be able to see that I have the option to select to which repository, to which pool I would like to save it. Since a regular modeler doesn't have permission to save it to the organizational pool or even the global pool, you will only see the permission that you have. For example, here I have only private permission, so I've set it up and then save it to pool, and you will see the message it successfully saved in the pool. Now let's see if I want to insert from the pool. I will click on Insert on the pool, and the Images pool will be opened. You will be able to see that we have three categories: the private, which now have the image that I've added and the previous image that I've created; the organizational, currently there is nothing in the organizational pool; and the global, which we already insert several stuff. How do I search the pool? You search by tags. For example, if I want to search for toolkit, I will click the toolkit, and then I will able to select whatever I would like to do. I can select it. Once I select the image, you can see that I can insert it, and so on. Now we have it here. Again, I can right-click, I can remove, I can insert it from the pool again. If I will go directly to the pool, you will be able to see that I've selected the pool. Once I've selected a picture, I can insert it directly again. Let's discuss a little bit another option that we want to do. Let's create some other things in our model. Let's create a user group. In OPM, as you can remember, a group is the plural for a group of persons. So user group is a group of persons. It is combined from users. So we have a user. If I connect it with the link that represents them, and I can select that we can put a target multiplicity. For example, if I added a plus, you can see that it have at least one user. Now let's try to insert some images. If I select it, and then I'm going to the pool, I'm going to the global, and we've created several things for you to select from, specifically the AWS and Amazon icons and architecture options. So let's first try the users. We select it and insert it. And for the user, we do the same. Going to the pool, going to the global, and create user and select it. So you can see that we have the pool and the options. Now let's change it a little bit and create some kind of process, driving. And we know that you need a car, and you need a person from the group, and it changes the location of our user in this case. Let's arrange it nicely, and we can add work and home. And we know that driving will affect our location. So we have a small model here, and now we want to change the entire look of the OPD to show our pictures or text or both. For that, we have the third group of the OPD show options. While clicking on it, we can select an option. Now, pay attention, as this is relevant for the entire OPD. It doesn't matter if you select the thing or not, it will change all of them. For example, here I can see that we have several objects with a text and an image, and one object with only an image. So if I select image only, it will change everything to image only. If I select image and text, it will change everything to image and text. We created it in such a way that every OPD and every instance it's of its own. For example, if I will replicate the car, you will be able to see that it created without the change. And now I can change it. But once everything is together and I will put images and text, it will affect everything in that OPD. Now, you need to know that the pictures can only be added to the thing if it's not in the inzoomed or unfolded way. Meaning that if I will inzoom the car, you will be able to see that the car have a picture, but you will not be able to see it. And if I will hover on top of the camera icon, you will be able to see the message that you cannot see and change the specific view. But it doesn't really matter if I drag the car, I can do it here. So if you want to use it in the in-zoom view, you cannot use the specific picture, but if you're using it, even if it's in-zoomed or unfold, but it's only the father object without the referee in it, you can use it. Another thing that we want to know is working with states. An object with states can't show the picture. So if you want to add pictures, you can destate it and put picture to the object, or only put an object when the states are suppressed. For example, if I will take our user, I can remove the OPD, and let's add state to the user. Now you can add it, we can put it in home or work. This is a different kind. You can see that I'm not able to change it. Here they are suppressed, so I can change it. If I want to show the picture in it, I can suppress the states, and now I can see them again. If I will open it, the picture will be closed again. Please note that you can use it in stereotype, you can use it in your templates, and so on. Feel free to use the entire global pool and see everything in it. It is free to use, and it is without any permissions problems. It is come from Amazon Open Repository and other repositories, so you're free to use. The last thing we want to talk about is how are we going to export it. Please note that since it is a URL, you cannot fetch the actual picture into exporting them. So the only option to export is as an SVG. If you will export it as, you can see that the JPEG, when exporting OPD that contain things back on the image, you will not be able to see. If you will export it as with SVG, it will be included. This is right for exporting the OPDs as picture. You cannot export it as JPEG. And this is also right for exporting as PDF, that it will also not include the pictures in the PDF. It will only include the links to the pictures as text as part of the dictionary of the files. So I hope it will be really nice for you to use it. In the future, we will add more examples that will use pictures, and you will be able to see on the higher levels of the diagram whether it's very nicely arranged, and you will be able to see the connections and so on. And we will work more and enhance this feature in the future, and we will try to include more images in the pool, and more options related to different things. Thank you again, and see you next time in OPCloud. Have a great day and week. Goodbye.